amendment in 2000, and it wasn't until like 2008 whenever Obama said, well, we're not going to be bothering dispensaries in medical marijuana states, and that it really began to take off, and that I had the courage to get my card. Many of us quit buying the cheaper imported marijuana in favor of a cleaner, locally grown product, even though it costs more. We'd hope that competition would drive the price down. Price is a very important factor to those of us unable to work because of Medicaid and SSI regulations. We must live on a very limited budget. The regulations proposed will drive prices up and turn many patients back to the black market, not to mention the invasion of privacy and violations of HIPAA laws that these regulations create. In addition to that, it will drive most mom-and-pop business shops out of business. The state and local government had an excellent chance to create some very beneficial regulations if they would have involved consumer groups in the decision-making. Instead, regulators listen to police, always wanting more ways to spy on its citizens, and the profiteers, deep-pocket investors driving small shops out of business by creating accounting requirements that no other legitimate businesses must abide by. If people with disabilities had been invited to the table, we would have looked for ways to make products cheaper and of better quality. We would have suggested that the state use registration fees to examine the products for pesticides, molds, and other ingredients that could be harmful to the patient. Rather than imposing surveillance requirements on the dispensaries, we would have suggested that sales tax revenues be used for education, transportation, and health care. What was described in the legislative hearings as a policeman's nightmare has turned into a nightmare of surveillance and high cost for the consumer. In answer to your question, I feel that the new regulations have been harmful to the consumer rather than better. In fact, it's harmful to the general public as well because it makes it acceptable for police to spy on its citizens and take precious revenues away from programs that could really be used, that could really use the money.